Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Jenny Marie and welcome to my daily stretch routine for hips and legs. This is suitable for all levels of flexibility, even if you're first time to stretching. You can do it by itself or after any type of cardio or strength exercise. So we're going to start standing today, feet hip distance. Take a little rotation from side to side. Just warming up through the body. Take some deep breaths, so in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relaxing through the shoulders and the upper body. And if you're new to my channel, big welcome. If you can take a moment to subscribe, it would be appreciated. Thank you. Let's take two more. And let's come and stand towards the bottom of our mat so we've got some space in front of us. So feet hip distance, just roll your shoulders back so we're setting our posture. Gently pulling belly button in, hands to thighs, and slowly lean forwards from your hips until you feel a stretch through the back of the legs. So if you have more flexibility today, bring the hands to the shins or fingertips down onto the mat underneath the shoulders. And just make sure you're not locking out through the knees here. So slightly soften the knees, spread the toes out, and keep the weight even between the front and the back of both feet. So you'll feel this lovely stretch through the back of the legs, so calves, hamstrings, and maybe a little bit through the lower back. Where you feel the stretches today is going to depend on where your muscles are tightest. You're going to take a little bend of the knees, bring the hands back onto the legs and slowly roll back up to standing. Shoulders back and down. And then take your feet an inch wider on each side. Same again, hands to the thighs, slowly folding forwards from the hips. So just to that point where you feel that stretch through the back of the legs, but that you can comfortably breathe as well. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just make sure you're not rounding through the shoulders or the upper back. So shoulders are staying away from the ears, eyes down so your head is in alignment with the rest of the body. So if you feel your muscles are particularly tight in one stretch, then feel free to pause the video and then you can press play when you stretched a little deeper. We're going to soften the knees, bring the fingertips to the floor, bend your knees, and then slowly walk the hands out and lightly land down onto the knees. So we're going to bring the knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and take the right foot out to the side. So we're on the inside of the foot here with a straight leg, and we should be feeling this through the inner thigh and the hip. For a deeper stretch, just take the weight a little bit more into the legs, so pushing the weight back. Inhale, exhale. So spread the fingertips out here, that's going to help protect the wrists. Just keep a little bit of tension through the lower abs, belly button to spine, and then come up and let's change sides. So left foot out and just check that leg straight. Option, take the weight back a little bit more for a deeper stretch. I've done 3 more breaths here. Well done. And then we're going to bring that leg forwards, setting up for a lovely hip stretch. So we're going to check we've got a straight line here from the knee to the ankle, and then slide this back knee back as far as you comfortably can to allow space for your hips to drop down. So you can stay on your fingertips here, or for a deeper stretch, we're going to bring the body up and bring the hands onto the hips. So roll the shoulders back, and then we're pressing the hips forwards and down. We want to keep our spine in neutral, so making sure we're not dipping into the lower back. You could bring your hands to the thigh if that's more comfortable for you. If your back knee is not comfortable, you can fold your mat or you could use a cushion. So again, keep pressing the hip forward and down, and you'll feel that lovely stretch through the top of that back hip. Well done, let's take 3 more breaths. Release, let's change sides. So if you find one side feels tighter in comparison to the other, feel free to hold for a couple more breaths on that side that's a little bit tighter. So again, check that alignment knee to ankle, slide the back knee back, lift the chest. You can either keep fingertips down onto the mat or bringing the hands onto the hips, sinking the hips forwards and down, and then squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. And make sure you're not holding your breath, so breathing nice and deep is going to help us stretch deeper, help us release more tension from the muscles. Well done, 3 more breaths here. Well done, releasing. Coming onto the hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, right foot coming back into a calf stretch. So you can stay still here, or you can take a little bit of movement forwards and back. So calves can get particularly tight from walking, running, jogging. And let's hold here. So just making sure the leg is straight. Lovely work, well done. Let's change sides slowly. And pushing the weight into that back heel, and then option moving forwards and back. And let's hold there for a few breaths. Take your legs in a nice straight line as well, hip, knee to ankle. Well done, 2 more breaths. Well done, releasing. And let's take a seat with the legs straight out in front. And then we're going to bring the right foot to the inner thigh and keeping this right leg straight out in front. If it's not possible for you to bend the knee for any reason, you can keep both legs straight. Your options is forward fold. So otherwise, foot to the inner thigh, knees out in line with the hip. And then if your knee's off the floor, you're better off staying up taller. Otherwise, for a deeper stretch, reach up, and then we're reaching towards the foot. You can take a bend in the knee if you need to, and make sure if you're folding forwards, you're folding from the hips, not from the shoulders. Make sure your head doesn't drop down as well. We want to keep the head up in alignment with the rest of the spine. Well done. Breathing in, slowly release, and let's switch sides. Same again, so feel free to stay up. Otherwise, extending through fingertips, reaching forwards. If your knee is up off the mat because your hips are a little bit tight, you can stay up and then just gently use the hand to press the thigh towards the mat. And then eventually you'll find, given some time, especially if you stretch every day, your flexibility will improve through the hips, and then you'll be able to start to come forward a little bit. But it's better to stay up in a good posture than it is to come forwards with a not so good posture. I've done 2 more breaths. And then slowly coming up, we're going to make our way down onto the back. So bring your feet together, hold on underneath the thighs, and we're going to slowly roll down using the abs. Bring your feet hip distance, and then bring the right foot just above the left knee. Flex the foot, gently press the thigh away. So you can stay here, or you can lift and reach through for a deeper stretch. Next option, you're going to hold the outside of the right foot with the left hand, and then holding the left foot with the right hand, and then bring the knees in towards the chest. And your option, you can stay still, or you can take a little movement side to side to help release tension. Whatever feels good for your body today. So just make sure your head and your neck don't lift up from the mat in this stretch. We want to keep the upper body nice and relaxed down onto the mats. And then again, just check you're breathing nice and deep. So you should be feeling this in the glutes, kind of top of the thigh, hips a little bit. Well done. Let's release and change sides. So again, flexing the foot, gently pressing the knee away. And then option lifting and reaching through, or sliding the knees in. And just check the back of the shoulders are pressing down into the mat. We're going to keep the chin tucked in a little bit, eye gaze up. Again, move around or stay still. Done the last few breaths. And then releasing down, and let's bring the right leg up, and then you're going to take the left hand to the right calf or thigh, and just gently take that leg towards the other leg. So it's across the midline of the body. So we're looking for that ITB stretch. So that's the muscle down the outer edge of the top thigh. So make sure the leg's straight. It doesn't matter how high it is, as long as you can feel that stretch through the outer thigh. You could decide to keep the left knee bent, or you can straighten out the leg. And just make sure your tailbone stays down on the mat here. So again, if you do a lot of running, jogging, walking, you'll find the IT band can get particularly tight. So it feels really good to stretch it out. Well done. Coming to the center. Let's release and switch legs. So left leg coming up. Hold the right hand to the calf or the thigh, and then just gently take it over. Extending out the other leg. Well done. So again, just check shoulder blades and hips haven't lifted up off the mat. Stay down into the ground. Well done. And then releasing, coming back to the center. Let's bring the soles of the feet together for a hip stretch. So just let the knees drop out to the side. If your hips are tight, take your feet further away from the body. So you want to be feeling this around the hip joint, not around the knees. So if you do feel it in the knees, take the feet further away, or your option is to straighten out one leg and then just bring the other foot into the calf or the thigh. So you may feel this around hips or inner thighs. Again, just check you're nice and relaxed through the upper body. You can just let the arms drop to the side. And if you feel it release, you could start to bring the feet in a little bit closer towards the body. So we're pressing soles of the feet together here. Well done. And then bending the knees, bringing them back to hip distance. Just roll to one side and slowly come on up. Well done. So stretching all done for legs and hips today. Well done. So remember, do this every day to see improvement in your flexibility for your hips and your legs. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like and comment. Let me know how you're getting on with this stretch workout. Take care. See you soon. Thank you.